Hello, can you let the person be at the side? Yes, okay. Yes. Sorry about that. Okay, so those are the two learning objectives. Now all of us should be more knowledgeable about the importance of membership in Rotary. I'm aware there are people of various years of experience, and we know that most schools do not conduct trainings. It's that basic idea that people learn a bit more about what they should know about Rotary. So we hope that at the end of this, all of us should be knowing about the importance of membership and why each of us must be involved in membership. Now, let me when we be saying we are 1.2 million Rotarians, now we have 200,000 of Rotarians. We are not really increasing number. All over the world, not just in Africa. Africa and Asia are really the ones who profit the numbers. Europe and America are not doing too good. Africa and Asia that we have young people coming, and for many who have attended conventions, you see them either the man is pulling the wife or the man is pushing the man on the wheelchairs. So they are aging in Europe and America, while in Asia and Africa we have more young people. But then we are not doing too well globally. And that's why membership is really important for all of us to get involved in. Next. Now the first question is, we are talking about membership. Who is the Rotarian? Who would like to give me a try the first one? Who is the Rotarian? Then if nobody says I'm coming, who is the Rotarian? I like the way you are sitting. Just
from my personal understanding, was adopted just August 30th. Thank you so much. So I believe that a Rotarian, a true Rotarian, one that serves and himself.
the true Rotarian that. Please go ahead and round of applause, please. Who would like to give me another answer? Who is the Rotarian? What are the qualities? What are the things that make you say, oh, this person is or this person should be a Rotarian? First, the Rotarian is someone who can. Also, not to be doctor. I believe that you have to be able to give your time all. So what's the name? So please, maybe you need to mention your name so that we can know you. That's the Rotary Mara Shukura saying you must be able to give your time and all. Rotary is not philanthropy. Rotary is service. So we give of all, not just money. It's not just money. But service, totality of the being. Your time, your talent, your talent, and even your thinking. You put all to serving others. So thank you. You did well. And the president spoke about Owolewa. And my lady there, 4 days old. How many days ago? Yes. We spoke about serving about self. So yes. So we are all hiring who should be able to, or who is it? Now, where is Rotary experience most intense? As a return, where do you think Rotary experience is most intense? Is it at the club, at the district, at the national level? Imagine.
My PJ, it is at the community level. Where my name is Rotarian Therabashe, President Rotary Club of Ikoyi. So it's at the community level when we do our service projects and serve our community.
At the community level where we do our community and serve our community. Any other answer? Any other answer?
Is basically about service and the group of people within the community that enjoy from my understanding, rendering a service, your resources, your time, your intellect, and that comes either at the maximum or at the day.
Thanks so much. It's so wonderful to hear so many new Rotarians in the gathering. And really, this is for them. But like I said, most of them conduct regular trainings. So it's when they come for seminars like that, they take a bit away about Rotary.
Okay. Only Rotary on this side. Rotary Club of Rotary. Sorry about my voice. What experience? Experience is just intense. For me first, the club level before the corporate.
For my president, yesterday must have been very rough, you know, you could see from the voice. For my president, club experience is the place where Rotary experience most intense. Club experience. Another answer? Well, Rotary International has discovered that the most important factor that one retains members and attracts prospects is the club experience. Whether send our members away based on the club experience or send our prospects away based on club experience. And that's why as speakers, let our club be engaging, let our club be vibrant, let people they come to the club be able to take something away from each fellowship. I want to thank people like Ofikoyi. Because you don't let their booklets in my car. I'm always proud to say from day one, Ikoyi has a member broken. Oh, bring it. Let me show people. Yes, thank you. I have one that was autographed by the president. I still have it. But that one is in the office. The one that is not autographed is the one that's in the car. Now, when you look at this, from day one, they have this that tells everything they will do in that year. So why would a member be proud of such a club? Each week, what will happen is there. As a DJ, I beg clubs to do it. As I know, it's still only Ikoyi that's doing it. Please let us do it. These are the things they are giving to the Rotary. These are the things that make the members proud, and they don't want to do the club. And the prospect coming to the club, we also want to join this kind of people as well organize. So the club experience is the most important in terms of holding your members and attracting the members. That is our club experience. So I've given the card out, so I won't go to that again. It's important in membership development because it retains, engages, and also attracts more members. Why do you want more members in our clubs? Why do you want more members in our club? What was the question? Why do you want more members in our clubs?
Okay, when we have more members in our clubs, it makes the work easier. We are able to share responsibilities. Even the cost of each of us is reduced when we have more members.
My PDS, I think it shows that the PDS. We say when we have more members, we have to share responsibilities and make the cost of running the club less. Oh, yeah, PPT. Say it.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. Where you have many members in the club makes the club very vibrant and very social. Because from my experience, you are always having one thing, bringing everybody together for the whole year. So being a club with a large number makes the club very social and very vibrant.
My name is Benita Abiodun, Eco Heights Club. Okay, why we need more members in the club is it makes it more fun. And in terms of projects, you have more people showing up for, yes, and for, Also, in terms of club dues, right, it makes it easier for people to pay. The amount is smaller. So if you have a project or you have any activity that will make 500,000 and you have maybe 50 members compared to when you have 30 or 25, it's easier for you to contribute and achieve your goals. Okay, this is the ninth month.
Yeah, of course. I'm fully impressed by your answer because you have said so much. But this last rule, and there's another rule. Somebody's billing you.
My name is Mr. Fresh ideas. Your fresh faces bring fresh ideas and fresh perspectives. We are old, but we are used to doing things a certain way. So new members coming in bring a different perspective on how we can impact society.
My,
I'm Rotarian, of the come from Lagos Central. We need more members for sustainability. Without new members, the club will grow into the and eventually.
But you see, some years ago, when you go to a club like Lagos, you know that you are meeting your grandfathers. But these days, Lagos, the best of Lagos are the young ones, especially the ladies. And they're really doing well. But if you still go to Kenya, I'm not sure how many ladies you find among them. They are still the last of the titans. You know, they don't want to accept that's where I see it. The female genders are few there.
See, there's a fresh face from Lagos here.
Now, you have the cat has been let out of the bag, so you have to say something.
Good morning, Rotarians. My name is Tessie. I was just I was just inducted on Wednesday. From my perspective, I think the club needs more members to ensure growth and continuity.
Thanks so much, everybody. I think we've learned enough from each other. We need more members for various reasons, but for projects, the more you have, the more you can. When I was going to get Rotary, what did I say now? If I needed to explain, not for him, Rotary is a court. Yes. And I said, look, if you want to give somebody 10 million, you can give. No problem. But for me, I'm not going to give 10 million. But if 20 of us join together, I can give 1 million. So, okay, that makes sense. So that's how to go and join. So, with others, I can also do okay. And it will be still painful in my pocket. So, okay, that's the reason go and join. I'm serious. True life is story. And so for a Rotary, remember, it's now coming together that can do so much. This is that of project, that of model, is that of putting something. Imagine you go to a community, you are going to commission a prayer, there are about 50 of you. Right, and if there are only 2 of you out of 100 members, it happens, you go to commission a project and you don't have about 3-4 of you. Others don't come. Most don't go. That's the next one. They see the more we are, the better the picture will give to people. Or you get a club as a prospect, you meet only 5 members first time. Next time, 6 members. You wonder what are they doing? They go to a club like Baganda or Ikoyi or Lagos or Ikeke. You see a lot of people. be a part of that club. So the more we are, the more we're able to attract, the more we're able to do in terms of all the roles. So we have answered the next question, between membership and salary program. We have answered, right? We have answered. The telling you between member and public image activities. We have answered. So now, can increased membership impact our financial giving and activities? Yes. So we have answered too. So let's now it's now coming to responsibilities. Most want to imagine that is the chairman membership and the committee that drive membership of the club, or is the president. You know why most president run away after their term? They've been giving so much trouble. Now when they begin, they say to them, we lose. So let's support our president, let's support our board. Each of us is responsible. So I'm going to ask you a question. How can we help our club with membership as a member? How do you stay as a member, just another member? How can I help my club with membership?
Toyo Jonathan, President-elect, Rotary Club of Lagos. What was your question?
How can you help your club? Now you now be as a club officer. Answer the club officer.
Yes. To grow membership, opening up our networks, opening up our personal and professional networks to encourage people within your networks to join the club and enhance the profile of the club.
Open through her personal professional network. Yes? Any other person will, yes, thank you. President Chiku.
Okay, my name is Alexander Chiku. I'm the president of Dowen Metro. So it's possible to fish, right, and also lose the fish. For us, sorry. So yes, we can attract members from a professional network, but we need to retain them. Otherwise, just people coming in and leaving, and the network is zero. So it's good to engage them. That way, they feel that sense of belonging, and they want to stay. For every member of the Dowen Metro inducted on 30th of August, they are all in different committees already. And you can see the contribution as it coming from them, not from tired legs, from fresh legs. You just give it
I forget that I just finished. That I didn't the short the contribution. Now, as a district officer, I'm going to go to one of our young ones would like to say something.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome. My name is Vivian Wan, the Multiclub of British BDC. 2020. Yes. Okay, I think most how we get to get more members is sharing our experiences. For example, when we talk about discount, I've shared with some people that people want to come to discount. We talk about the book club, your Christmas parties, looking forward to coming to share and have fun with other people that I want to see too.
So what you are telling our stories. Tell your story. Tell people what you are doing, but what you have learned. Ever for me, you see this thing that we wear. We are the first advert post for Rotary. From researching it, most people don't know much about it, but they know about all it takes. and they judge you as determined by those foreign texts. So please, when we read this thing, let us remember our foreign texts, our core values as espoused by, I think, it was Chiku who spoke about the core value, right? Those five core values, but for me, the most important is integrity. We must live our lives in such a manner that people who want to belong to Rotary through what we do as a community. Next slide, let me go down. Now, think about what you have learned today. Which of the ideas are you excited to share with other members of the club? You are going to go back to your club, please, to share what you have experienced. Which idea do you want to use your time as a member of your club board? My president, think of what you have heard. Which idea has touched you as a district officer? All of us will think about all this. Now, these are resources. Now, at the end of the session, that's our learning objective. However, I want to say in conclusion, that are Rotary. And that's why the club express is the most intense. That's why we either send people away or we retain them and get more. Now, the Rotary Foundation, as said by Wade, is the other pillar of Rotary. For that, the foundation, I don't know where Rotary will be by now. It's a foundation that really makes sure to fulfill the fourth object of Rotary. That's it, that binds us together, not just our convention. If you just convention, that's fun. But the foundation permits us to do progress across continents, to touch people who you never see in your life, do the little you are contributing to the foundation. And so these are the two main drivers of Rotary and the global impact. And I want to thank all of you for your wonderful contribution. Thank you.
My BDG Adewale Abdulatif Ogunbadejo has done it again. Can we put our hands together for him one more time? Very engaging, indeed very participatory, and highly resourceful. Thank you so much, sir. This is the new definition of facilitation and not teaching or lecturing, as the case may be. Engagement of class is actually a major deal. But this is Nigeria. We are easy to travel, thinking of so many things. But by the time we touch you and say something, even if you are not there, say, please, what's the question again? And I heard that a lot of times. Thank you so much, sir. We appreciate you, and we believe that there are no questions. And if there are, we will take those questions at the end of the entire segment. All right? Moving quickly to the next item. Each segment will be for 30 minutes, and we are going to be strict with that time. KS has already stated that there are so many who are there today. So afterwards, we can all go for our various activities. Strictly, we'll go into the next one, which is the second leg that form the two pillars in Rotary. May I on board? There we go. I think, if I'm not mistaken, think of what in this all. So I can say it and say it again. And for new Rotarians, for it to be an AKS, it means $250,000 US to Rotary Foundation. I present to you my own DG back in the days, and the past district governor, Rotarian, Dr. Jide Akeredolu, AKS, as it takes us through the journey of foundation. So you can only have somebody that is contributing to foundation to come and talk about contributing to foundation.
District Governor nominee, Adiji is not around there. District Learning Facilitator, I think I got it right, is it? It's a funny district. Things are changing. Yes, fellow Rotarians, I'll be talking about the Rotary Foundation. And in your journey through Rotary, you always be hearing about it, talking about membership, about foundation, about service project, and so on and so forth. This is the engine room of Rotary. Once you master this, once you get it right, every other thing will be added on to it. Projects you want to do, attracting members, once you get your foundation right. Because I know many clubs, well, maybe not in this zone, who have mastered the Rotary Foundation so well, while all of you are levying yourselves painfully to get money to do small things, it doesn't matter how to access the Rotary Foundation fund. They're there. And you can access them and do beautiful projects effortlessly. But we'll go through it one by one. Rotary Foundation doing good in the world. The Rotary Foundation, the mission of the Rotary Foundation you have in there is to enable Rotarians to advance world understanding, goodwill, and peace through the improvement of health, the support of education, and the alleviation of poverty. There's a new one they've added now, protecting the environment. You know, they're all talking about climate change and global warming and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that's actually joined the frame as to what the mission of the Rotary Foundation is. For you to understand the Rotary Foundation, you go to a little bit about the history of the Rotary Foundation. That's the man, and then the Rotary Foundation. Archibald Cooper Plum. So when you're talking about that Plum and so on, that's the man. He was the charter president of the Rotary Club of Seattle in 1910. He became the president of his club in 1913 and became RI president in 1916. Very fast, isn't it? I wish it was as fast. People become gray haired before they even become DG, talk less of becoming RI president. But the story was that at his valedictory speech in 1917 in Atlanta, he made a powerful speech. There was no Rotary Foundation then. And one of that, he said, we have called the attention of the organization this year to the possibility of a future endowment for Rotary. Carrying on as we are a miscellaneous community service, it seems eminently proper that we should accept endowment for the purpose of doing good in the world, in charitable, educational, and other avenues of community service. Though this simple yet profound statement, the Rotary Endowment Fund was born. I'm almost certain when he was making that speech, he didn't know he was founding something so huge. It became so huge now. But that is history and the prejudice of what started what we now know as the Rotary Foundation. We have a few comments here. Yes, in that 1917 speech, when he made a powerful speech and created what was then an endowment fund. And then in 1918, there's been a lot of argument about that. 1985 donation of $26.50 from the Rotary Club of Kansas City. That used to be the story. Those of you who've been old in Rotary, that is the story we all grew up with. That Rotary Club of Kansas City was the club that hosted the convention in 1918. The convention in 1917 was hosted by the Rotary Club of Atlanta. That's where he made that speech. And then in 1918, Rotary Club of Kansas City, and this was supposed to be the profit that they made after the end of their convention in 1918, and that is what was donated into the endowment fund. But if you went to the Atlanta convention in 2017, where the centenary of the Rotary Foundation of Kansas City, and many people were flocking around the place to get the story. And they actually revealed that
the story everybody thought was the true one was not correct. What actually happened was that the delegation from the Rotary Club of Kansas City that came for the Atlanta Congo buy some memento or some gift for the outgoing RI president. So they saw it and they had a change of $26.50. And really, at the end of the convention, they went back to their club and said, okay, we have this amount left from the $100 you gave us. And the president said, we've already deleted it from our account. But I think this man was talking about something when he was making this speech. I just gave that because $100 has been removed from our account. So let's just use it as a donation to that. And that, in that first week, is what became the fourth donation to what we now call the Rotary Foundation. So that is true stories. Maybe we should change that date and change it to 1917 because it actually happened in 1917. But the two myths, when there's a huge something that occurred in history, a lot of myths grow with it, and that is part of what you have with the Rotary Foundation. In 1928, the endowment fund was renamed the Rotary Foundation with the board of trustees and the Minneapolis Convention, and the fund had grown to $5,000, a little bit above. You see that very little has happened between 1917 and 1928, but they decided to restructure it. And it was called, it was an endowment fund before they now called it the Rotary Foundation. And at that time, that's when they now took off. Now they made their first donation 2 years later. First grant of $500 to the International Society for Crippled Children. When I see that slide, when you remember, we've been having a link polio for a much, much longer time than we thought. Because the International Society for Crippled Children, and that's exactly what we have there. So since 1930, we've been dealing with polio. And then another milestone, 1947, when Paul Harris died. And a lot of emotions went around the whole world, and Rogers, the Rotarian president, there was the chairman of the Rotary Foundation, launched the fund, raised a lot of money. They raised more than $2 million. That's when the Rotary Foundation actually took off. But that's when they could now give big funds to all kinds of grants and so on and so forth. So after 1947, we had big money to play around. And yes, these are the various funds that you could contribute to if you want to make any contribution to the Rotary Foundation. The most popular one we know about is the annual programs fund. And now when you talk about your ERI, your Paul Harris Fellow, and so on and so forth, that's what you are donating to. It's the biggest of all the funds of the Rotary Foundation. And the next one is the endowment fund. If you understand the way the annual program fund works, the quality of your contribution is more than $10,000, you become a major donor. It doesn't matter whether it is annual program fund that you donated, or whether it is polio, whether it is anything, you become a various level block. Level 1, when you hit 25, you become level 2 major donor. When you hit 50, you become a level 3 donor. When you hit 100, you become a level 4. They don't use those last two anymore. Because after 100, then you go to another designation. You see how difficult it is as you go from one level to the other. It gets increasingly difficult and difficult and difficult as you go higher and higher. And now this is another form of contribution that is not very popular in our clients. It is contribution you make in your will. Many of us don't know we are going to die. We think we will live forever. I will refuse to think that we will never die. But if you put the Rotary Foundation in your will and you donated something of the value of $1,000 and above, you become a member of the Bequest Society. $10,000, sorry, I say one time, $10,000 and above, become a member of the Bequest Society. There are few members in this district that are already actually doing that. And a very easy way for you to be a member of the Bequest Society is just to have a life insurance in which you make the Rotary Foundation the beneficiary. Also, life insurance is not very popular with us. But those who do life insurance, you can now decide to designate the Rotary Foundation. And you make it what the amount, is it the amount that should, the sum assured, yes, that's right. Sum assured is $10,000 and above, you will become a member of the Bequest Society. But just in the same way, like you have a major donor, have level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, you know, of Bequest Society. Okay, for $250,000 and above, you have the Ash Club Society. Those are for people who, no matter what fund you contributed to, if it goes above 250,000, you become a member of the Ash Club Society. Yes, you have this gallery at the 17th floor of the Rotary Center in Chicago. How many of you have visited the Rotary Center? Not the one in Kenya. The Rotary Center in Evanston, Chicago. It's a huge edifice at the 17th floor dedicated to the Rotary Foundation. And you have this gallery there where all people who have become Ash Club Society members have 500,000, and the foundation circle, the ultimate, where you have crossed $1 million. Every Rotarian every year, that's the bare minimum. That's in them only. To be a Rotarian, your annual dues, you just need to pay your annual dues and attend fellowship. And those ones are compulsory. If you don't come for collective, you don't pay your dues, you can come back. But contribution to the Rotary Foundation is entirely voluntary. That's what you do there. You are a superior kind of Rotarian. You don't wait for just paying the obligatory thing that makes you a Rotarian. You go above that and are able to contribute at least $100 every year to the Rotary Foundation. These are the various levels of donor recognition. Every Rotarian should try and be something along that list. Rotary Foundation sustaining member, those are what we call people who donate every Rotarian every year. Benefactor is for the endowment for Paul Harris Fellow, we know that. Multiple Paul Harris Fellow, if you contribute, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, and then Paul Harris Society member, those who are pledged and are meeting that pledge, they contribute at least $1,000 every Rotary year, are called members of the Paul Harris Society. The same thing about the Bequest Society, those who have contributed at least $10,000 in their will or their insurance fund. They're major donor, and then the date here. Every Rotarian should try and be somewhere along that list. And just being a Rotarian because you pay your dues is the most basic form of Rotarian that you are. And then for clubs, these are the decimals where clubs will also aspire to 100% for Harris Fellows, or all your members are for Harris Society. That means they all contribute $1,000 every year, and or 100% for Harris, or 100% Foundation Building Club. Also contribute every. And then every Rotarian every year. The foundation cricket club meaning that you can contribute to any of those funds. But every Rotarian every year club is that you contribute to the annual programs fund. They are a bit similar, but it allows the foundation wants to donate $100 to any of those funds. And all your members do it. It's something easy to do. I know there are clubs in, I think some in 9112, I know in 9111. Like that, there are an APS club. There are 23 members of them, and all of them are Scrub Society members. If you cannot donate, or you cannot just go. They don't want you. And you'll be surprised that people aspire to join. They make some deposit and try and make more.